la chanjo bardo dane gyazo je daide jenso jeve tonam je dola panzer sangye drobar sho so je chonam la chanjo bardo dane gyazo je daide sonam je dola bence sanje dobar sho sim je nam je deva deve jodan dembur sim je tam je deva nam deva je Tower Georgie Sam Tom Jed Tom and our Georgie Tom Jed Niron Chada Nidon Tanyo La Never Georgie Sam Jed Tom Jed Ne wara joro je ro ne je ni de jambonde san shang de me de bo nam da shang lo jo bar sho ye da ro nam da me in English on page number 11. I take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. From now until my enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And by the merit created in this practice, may I attain state Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. May all sentient beings enjoy happiness and causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and causes. Sentient beings never be separated from joyful bliss. May all sentient beings divine equanimity, feel bias, attachment, and anger. This crown anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, Mount Meru, encircled by the four continents, surmounted by the sun and the moon. I visualize this Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy the pure land. Ito Guru Rana Medala Ameyadaya. On page number page number 14, we will chant foundation prayer, each verse one time. After finishing the foundation prayer, we will say in English. So So now we will chant foundation prayer on from the page number 15. And when we chant in English, uh, say it slowly to build your visualizations. Uh, so we will say this as kind of slow and nice as we can. The foundations of all good qualities is the kind and venerable Guru. Correctly devoting to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly, day and night, take at this life is as impermanent as water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, the effects of black and white karma pursue us as a shadow follows the body. Firm and definite conviction in this. Please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negatives, and to accomplish all virtuous deeds. Suffering, they are uncertain and cannot be relied on. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the blessing, led by the pure thought. mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teaching is keeping the patimoksha vows. Please bless me to complete essential practice. Having seen that all beings, my kind mothers, having fallen like myself into the ocean of samsara, may I too and bear the responsibility of freeing all migratory beings. If I develop bodhicitta without practicing the three types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognitions of this, please bless me. Eight nations. No need this. And the Christian friends will practice please bless me to pacify completely all other in all my lives. May I never separate.
오늘 타마티 다르나 떼와근데 양도라마 단데 사동란 기원데 주식 공동미 급쇼고 선등으로 진행되는 거는 같은 요구 요르시 쇼고 있다고
Um, just we said the last verse of the foundation prayer on page number 22. I think that last verse is very useful and good to use in your daily practice. In all my lives, may I never separated from perfect gurus and the magnificent dharma by completing qualities of the stages and paths. May I quickly attain the stage of Vajradhara.
대자당 아주 직장 아주 소문 버선 기회 기와 아주 근데 나당 아주 무슨 조사서나 양지 기와시 못는 기와 랭거 저 기와 근더니 드니 기와시마 넘서네 영덕라마 당시 영덕벨 마세 로빌람나 트리들 많이 방문 좀 지금 가정이 셔바나지 유이신 자기 당담바 그런 연든 담바 양지 당담바 오늘 기울람나 트 타부 기와 던지 지금 기점 정심세 던지 지금 좀 봐지 단 디당남의 마들로진 마들라 냠데 니트네 시기화를 롱쇼션스 때때 안에 소소데 텔라테네 티스 티와지 삼바지 곰바지 데 소주 냠는지니 사탕남 기운다라고 이제 사탕남에서 소소기라티 연den도 공리 페이지는 상기지 컴포터블 쇼치 그래서 보는 데도 되잖아 근데 소소 그때나 삼동나 그래서 교와 근도 영도 라마도 다 치거나 소동나 그러니까 때는 공다 그때는 뭐는 약간 약고 있어요
So as a Buddhist, we believe uh, the reincarnations, the future's life, and so as I mentioned before, it is very important to find the right the master or the teacher or this the guru. And I also explained the what kind of teacher one should find, the teacher who have the great compassions toward the student or the sentient beings, and also equip with all the knowledge and have a great wisdom and the method, and and the once we find that, then through the practice of listening, contemplations, and meditations, one could develop the path, uh, and able to perfect the great knowledge, and able to perfect the great knowledge, or the increase one's mind in order to find the whatever he wishes. Again, that is what is mentions the last verse on page number 23rd, and that verse is very useful for me. I always say and use this verse whenever I practice my daily meditations or the daily practice.
같은 약할 조금씩인데
And especially before I go to bed, I say this prayer in front of the Dalai Lama, uh, the throne.
야, 근데 네 당아도 가정 안에 리신데 네 말을 다 다주를 리셋 다주 자 당아도 기능 아도 다당아도 리드를 토드 받을 리드 사실 뭐 달와게 동조 지성 그래서 따뜻한 그런 님 스케줄 좀 먹고 그런 것들이 지금 막 시험을 좀 삼로 동안 좋아요는 좋아.
And so we've been discussing this foundation's prayer, and today we came on the verse which talk about the precious human lives, and also I distribute the copies of the eight leisures and 10 endowments. And these are the detail, the the numbers of the what are the eight stage of the freedoms and the 10 endowments. And so it has an English translated, and you can just read it, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask a question.
저것도 좀 계속
And also, please, if you want, you can take this copy. I almost say coffee, copy with you.
그래서 다 신이 비타위 때문에 신대게 같은 시점이 지금에 그게 우리 때로 그래 또 되는 말고라 그 전에 또 가정 조사래 빨리 수요와 시시를 얘도 지금 좋아하면 수 간나는 디신 동안 이게 왔다 버리는 이유 터정 차와는 어떤 것도 담을 시기로 습관도 이념도 놓고 가서 된리는 아주 달라져 동조로 아주 리튼 되는 거래스 리튼 요한테 다 놓고 있고 좀 이번 또 소섬 동네 또 요스 소소 되는 텔레 달라져 부터 청근 조라조데 청근데 지고 섬로 또 청근다 소가와 보면 어느 요거를 어떻게 리튼들이 더워다 등이 배주 같은 거 섬 땅거를 됐던 데들이 좀 많구나 리소유와 시절 생활도 처왕이 지는 남친이 메시고 근데 대자는 아주 이마저 시야 땡기다 같이 시기는 시기 말할 때는 맛이 바로 조금 요한테는 아주 배주의 어떤 게 있어야 되시고 얘들 지금 쳐왔단 말이야 쳐왔던 영상으로 아주 시야 땡기다 하고 건 같이 하고 말했을 때 삼도는 아주 하정은 짓던 데라 스팟 시키고 지금 막 지켜와서 막 지금 삼삼 먹고 그럴 때 시위지 강원이 지나가도 시소나 가려 용거는 시소 교환 없이 나 시알라 때 정말 시알을 땡기다 올 때나 시위지스 가려 용거는 서로 세들라 기와잖아 저 대화도 그걸 뭐 기와잖아 뭐 기와 용어 때 땡겨 그래서 막 잠깐 땡겨 그랬지
미교의 동안은
그래 뭐 기와잖아 등을 그랬어
so this the eight freedoms and 10 endowments, which talk about the precious the human life, and it's hard to find. And if you look on the page number 15, uh, the third verse, and uh, and let me read this. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After that, the effects of black and white karma pursue us as a shadow follows the body. And when you go to page 17, finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativities, and to accomplish all virtuous deeds. And um, um, so once we read and we understand the precious human life, and so it is very important that to take care of this precious human life. And so the reason I gave you this copy is so you can read, and during the meditations you can analyze, or you can research that whether I equip with this, or obtain this all the eight freedoms and 10 endowments. And if you obtain, then rejoice uh, toward that. And and also it is important the how fragile and how the life is impermanent, cannot be certain. And because the death is certain, but we don't know when it comes. And so always, remember this. Always use this kind of wisdom or knowledge during your meditations. Keep kind of remembering yourself. That is certain, but we don't know when it will appear. And so if you use this kind of knowledge, so it will always give you, allow you to think toward the, I should not to attach too much toward the things in life and so on and so forth. Rather, I use this, I take advantage of my precious life, and pursue the meaningful life, and cultivate the positive things and the mind and so forth. So meaning like you maintain your time and so forth. And otherwise, after that, it was mentioned that karma, that whatever we accumulate, negative or positive, it will pursue us like a shadow. And so it's when I say karma, the karma, like for example, whatever negative karma you accumulate, of course it will, the result, the consequence will be the suffering and the problem you will experience. Or the good karma, the positive karma, if you accumulate, then the consequence or the result you will experience the happiness, joy, this life and the next life.
아마도 인들이 상무던 거 같아요. 막 내다. 근데 리프 소스 빠지 그런 거 돈도 싫다. 제기 돈도 싫다. 근데 그 소스 빠지 그래. 토바다는 말라 요래서 때 설마 하고는 가고 거.
그러신 분이네.
제기 돈도 랑진기 돈 탐지 싫다. 근데 물리기를 못 짓는데 말시와 돈 거한테 지와 하고는 설마 가왔지. 근데 같이나 디동 넘버 탐지등 알아 니 듣고 말은 참 좀부터 같잖아. 진로야 때 하고 왔지. 또더니 와대. 다 만지 가로 지고 다다 챈들라 미 리튼데 톤네 딜레가 평치나 되나 겨와시마 소소 가르로 다다 소소 로바요 하고 전에 겨와시마 야보지 기기나 다다 야보지 고와. 그자지 겨월렘베다 소소 다다 그자지나 득셔. 등이와 무슨 심동만 내와지 그러지.
이 당보도 랑톤 시트 편인 디컬렌 고도
그런 것도 온다 싫다. 제기도 싫다.
시트고는 이 맛이 좋더라고 그래.
싫다. Chitwa.
Chitumale.
Mm.
Uh, so now three things are very important when we practice this. And first is the always remember the precious, the meaningful, the message. And the second is the while you are here and try your best that whether you can able to benefit uh, oneself and others. And because after we because that the that very benefiting oneself and other, and that itself is also impermanence, and we don't know when it comes that we lose everything. Even we have a power and the capabilities to provide the tremendous benefits oneself and others. Even itself also impermanence, and so this is second things, and the third one is um, uh, the always watch the current the situations of life, that whatever you gain this life is because of the previous life you did wonderful, and what you want to be the next life is really 100% is up to your hand.
Niwa tambo nyende niwi chongs. De susu tena samtong tena tela niwa tambo nye chona niwi chongs na murgiwi shok tela ani chamo chigina chashang chawa namja hongwa isa tela nzayam chine machiwa chigiris. Niwi chong ni tamche ye chong tata tabar shepa la tata ditang namba tamche da wotang tabar shong tabar shingi wotang tabar da kati na tela samlo tangne zabzubu nang tor shok chigis ya tela shira.
거두는 더 버시오너라.
뭐, 또, 가만히 또, 소화도 봐라. 또,
And to finding the farm definite conditions in this practice, always may I able to eliminate the negative negativities, even the subtle or the slightest negativities that I can able to abandon or eliminate. And now, so this is the what I wish may I accomplish this virtue state.
그래서 딱 기똥 하고 다 ngāla tsōmbai nāng pē lōng nā pē nā ngā nāngba sāngi kī chīgin rō tāng zi nā mā tō pē sāmlō tāng tā ngā lōng nī tā sāmlō tāng shirā kī pāntō yō gō sī lōng nī ngā nō nā chī dēmbar mā rō bā tāng anī sī bāshī ngō nī pā nā wā tāng sī dā kī nō ngā mōng bō sō tī nōng nā sā shirā kōng tī līn tī kī nām chōng lā sō bā mōng bō sō tā tī sā rā ngā wā nī tā kō tā sī chī chī nā kio rō sō pāntō kō mē tōng nī tā sī shē nā sā ngō tā.
For me, the 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 meaning or the explanations of the impermanence, and for me is much easier, and find definitions of the understanding of the natural reality uh, from the televisions. From the movie. So when I watch the movie, and sometimes I can able to view as a view, and also I able to gain the such knowledge of the uh, is not exist by itself, and the second is the is all projected by one's mind, and also talk about the cause and effect.
가르즈 당보 가르즈나 파쇼 나롱도 네버 멤버스 나가서 나오이 직 나랑 소소 박착 또 기스라 나가르마도 그 랑진지 넘버 요 말에 시고 디펜션도 가르자 로닝 파쇼 그게 올공고 그게 오나 샤도 노르 모다 강서던 강바던 동철라서 샤르고르다 샤르교다 그게 오나 넘버 오이 되서와 어디 나가진 직든 디 칸도 담중 알아서 된지 나가자 되지 나와 나가지 지리 빗대라게 척을 척듯이.
Mhm. For example, when I watch the movie, of course, it is not real that what I see in this very small equipments or the machines, and
파킹을 샤르듯이 없다.
yeah,
일
but
컴바동 일 종로서 봐 미동 질 먹고 샤르도.
uh-huh.
어떤 말은 단단한 일 된다 뜻이 봐.
And whatever I see on the movie, it's for me it's not true because it's all the projected by the ones and the mind, and it's not true. It's not there, and similarly, the for example, like if you watch the movie, you will see the house and the cities and whatever you experience and see them, it's not really there. And similarly, I kind of view the whole the world as a movie. I see, I can feel it, I can experience, but they are not, there by itself or not true.
대자다네 농인도 강리 샤르 일단은 농인도 매르는데 특별히 요런 통고 뭐 있습니다. 강리 샤르를 이제 딱తుం다는 소나 어다 고피 파쇼 파쇼 몰라. 파쇼는 샤르 파쇼는 파 그래. 플라시인데 그게 샤르 걸때 나지는 알아도 나오치 탐지는 자네 매와 때 그런데 지용을 동안 동안 생공원이 샤르. 그때 샘동 아주 콜로닝 그 파쇼니가 여쪽 가서 들라 남지 박차가 되는 시기를 박차서 해야 돼. 그 박차를 위해서 받다 대표가 바로 예전에 다는 안 됐어요. 들라 다다 총
And the the whatever you the you able to see from the movie, uh, it's being projected by the machine. What do you call it? The film projector, projected by the shows by the projector. Similarly, that whatever we view is really formed by the our mind projector. So for me, it's like the projector is mine, similar, and whatever project show the movie is like my mind projector showing the movie or the life of toward to me. And so this talk about uh, the is really what we imprinted into our mind.
그래서 다 아니 다 린디스 간다 사도 농인도 저도 농인도 간다 저기나 그런 거 방법에 미 삼로 동네 간다 저는 티난진 그냥 샤르근도 와지 티난진 알아도 레 간다 사회나 선비공을 삼로 동네 텔라네 바식 꼭 세다고 소라테 겨시마다 바로 자 신들라 나요 세시마다 셔비시마데 나다 샤고 데츠도 알아도 기타한테 빠르게 정도 필요배 망보요 선비 나마 ina ngarang du zo shika ga semti ni samlo yo tong chi gesem chi bu jana mo yi se ti ya ta chu ta ta bu ti na ya shi ma de ya ku sha ta bu ta lemri se de chong lemri karma se lemri se de ta na par yak tang ga ne mi chi chong par yak ku tong tong jam na chi ma par pi na de mo te mo su ya sha ngo ra par de cha chong chong jam de chong pa chong chong ya tong de na chi pe le chong pa shi ga de la ki ya ku chi sha ne re wa jana no yo mo de wa mo de chi pa
So the reason I shared is kind of for me makes more sense. I don't know you makes sense. For example, the producer, whatever they film, they make, they or audience can experience. Uh, if they made kind of like the sweet and good movie, an audience will experience the sweet and good. Or if they make the kind of like negative movie, and of course the audience will experience the negative experience. Similarly, I feel like my mind is like that film. Whatever film I make, that will cause the all cause the all kinds of result. If I made the good film, I will experience the good experience. If I made the bad film or prepare the bad film, then I will experience the bad experience. So this, the producer, they have all kinds of film they made, good, bad, and the films of all kinds of things. And similarly, in our mind, we have all kinds of film. Some are good, some are bad, some are neutral, and so on and so forth. So it's really up to us what kind of film you want to make in your life.
근데 아주 쉽게 셈트베 같이 먹어. 치과 게슴더니시나 kan azu na pension yang pa chi tang mi nan ti pe yo ti chang zu.
So having said that, seems like it is very important is the conclusions of the film, movie, or our life. It is very important, no matter how much the film you made in your mind, bad or good. But at the end of your life, make sure you made the good film. So when it comes like process of dying or the death, then you're able to project the good film.
뭐 된다는 아주 그다 남버시 단다가 네위 공부로 네위 찬등 아주 로로 셈부 때 막습시 총네 우체 총네 되는 아주 이 지든데 디비 결혼 놀롱죠. 네 이들 가래 그 상마 나 차차르지. 이 로차 총나 그게 박경원나 샤유 참마며 차 시발했지.
And once more, of course, in order to run the film or the movie, we need electricity, right? And so our body is like electricity, and until the body remain, we can able to produce the film. We can able to produce the film, all kinds of film of life, and once it's once it decay or when it stop, then we won't able to make any film.
남시 남시 니와 조라 셈부 릴라 때문에 니와 조라 어떤 냠송나 사지면 온 좀 냠네 의차 정말들이 그런 직된 되기 샤워 자동다 같아서 직된들은 나와 상성 지티고
And which rely on the consciousness is like electricity. And once the electricity leave or stop, then or the consciousness leave, then it kind of like slowly we will experience the process of the dissolving, such as the water, fire, and all the elements.
지금 송나 가는 알아서 나지 기르다 놀롱 수던 니니도 다 좀이 아시가
So when it happens, and then we will depart from the whatever we possess in this life or achieve in this life, such as treasure, money, wealth, house, and so forth. We will depart from them.
어때 저다데 양봉 양삼당 지네 때는 아주 섬나 당보 니와니 고거스 소종원이 당시 실라 티와지 삼바지 곰바지 곰 니와니나 tellatene mentally 맞추지 버리세요.
So therefore, always keep watch yourself and watch your mind through the practice of the listening, contemplations, and the meditations. If you do that, through that, you will definitely find the firm convictions.
하여튼 뭐 이게 제비병원 등의 기고 예쁜 만원 스피프 쪽 인물이 탈위되어라 던지신 못 오신 게 없어요.
So on page number 17, second verse, seeking the pleasure of samsara leads to all suffering. They are unseen and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Bliss of liberation.
근데 제비병원 등의 기고서야 돼 말아. 이제 뜬 거리 샤워때 정말 안에 다 늘리는데 득송서야 돼 소소 조시 때 맡아야 차이요 말스 베데 다 소소로지 소소 결정지는 알아도 뭐지 리인의 초학을 된 자성스 창고를 뜻이 찬양할 때 덤나를 거만더니 그때 망고고 요랬더니 노르고고 요랬더니 베데 왕샤고 요랬더니 베데 뒤 덤나를 그 요만 빼나다 러시아스는 그때 노를 베데다 감동 잡아 정말 killing 게 색들을 뭐잖아 뜻나지 초 셰비 망음은 근데 안에 초심에 정말 능을 끼고 차는 거지 이때 입던 뭐는 쓰be 붙지 얘는 근데 그 셰비 망음 편섬 받았다 템포지다 베 인도 농조 타바지 레베데 때 말이지 입담 요 말을 하서 그 정도 대응 요나 선이 매와 찬로 같은데 용거를 제가 내가 밀리트데 날이 저 논는 선년tam에 날 어때 예물인데 근데 차때 이 니와 예물도 하고 내네 너르니 다 tarwa 단지 대화지 터트나 사비 돈이 때 게트 무슨 일로 세트리시
So this the verse is talk about the practice of the containment, and for because like as a ordinary or the sentient beings, we do have all kinds of work. Some are mild or some are excessive work they do, and whatever they do, they want to achieve and accumulate something, and or the ultimately we will say the gaining the happiness in their life, but mistakenly we end up suffering. Why? Because of discontentment. We never contain or satisfy what we achieve, what we have. We want to more and more and more, and but if you look carefully, we but just having this body and whatever needed for this body and the house and so on and so forth, we should be contained and happy with that. But we not we want more, like, and more names, fame, power, and the material and so on and so forth, like President Putin. You see war, not only just satisfy what he gain he have, but he want to conquer the other uh, nations or other world. So because it's all happened because of discontentment, and but even though whatever we achieve successfully in this life, and that material, and also whatever we gain there, cannot be reliant and cannot be certain that it will stay or it will live with us forever, and it itself also one day show the message of impermanence. For example, today we have certain object or treasure. Who knows, tomorrow it will disappear, or stolen, or maybe something, could be anything happens, and so it cannot be reliant and cannot be certain, and so always look them uh, as a recognize this as a shortcoming, and this is, I think, is a very important message as well.
기타가는 소소한 게 소이랑 때데 기타단 바 시대당 단 바치지 근데 잘라 세워면 근데 근데 토에나 한 남바가 줘봐도 자주 창하지
시대된마다
응.
If I simply, explain especially in the Buddhist, as a Buddhist kind of message, or the having having a peace of mind, or having a peaceful mind, and the maintain the non-violence, and having a life of non-violence. These two are very important.
대세당이 참 좋은데 돈깔림노스 스쿨만 보여 스쿨도 배 쇼방하고 미야랑스니 상동강로 손의 상도도 동네 마 살라 이게 내네 같장내리 가나 코르신 손 사올라 비긴도 사올라 비기 요르네나 그런 거 쇼치네 항상 차도 너무 좋다고 요래지네. 너무 좋다고 요 말다. 같이 장동빈 장동기 오고 지요. 지요 설마. 그럼 사토 인도 그런 뭐 일도 뛰가 깔리 잡는 사업이 지금 사고 선들 칼레다데 엔지요. 당이 자동의 스콜즈베 삼던 스콜즈 영어지 칼레들이 얻어서 잠깐만 스콜즈 하면 나랑 정말 직발이 미스러드. 아주 직깔이 게데 싸는 선들 인조 사기 마원나 기부던 게 저거 기부당 들고 위험에 미화하면 되지.
Mhm. Uh, so, and also it's kind of reminds me the life of scroll. And during the autumn, when I walk on the ground, I see the squirrel are very busy, and they're very busy and they're very active, and they're going all over and collecting the what do you call it, nuts, right? Nuts, and the nuts, and what they do, they hide under the ground, they dig and hide underground, and their aim is they will enjoy in the winter, maybe enjoy in the winter, but I don't know, they really able to remember where they hide it, and maybe sometimes they might be able to find the nuts and enjoy, but most of them, they won't remember where they hide. And the good thing is, of course, the tree will come because of the his and her great job. And I have a great kind of sympathy and compassion toward the squirrel. And even though the squirrel did the hard work, but sometimes they couldn't find that their nuts, they hide. But when I generate the compassion toward them, and I about to reflect my life and our life, the sentient beings, the human being lives, that even though why I have compassion, and and I love myself, also we should have a compassion toward ourselves as well, because we are the same as the scroll. We do a lot of work, and we are so active with our work and accumulate the treasures and so on and so forth. But who knows, like we can able to use them, or we can able to remember them at the end of the day, end of our life.
Oh yeah, totally. So the Lauren that Yundi Yermandang is Sula, Adanga to Dev Chuting charges the Gondocha, the Yundi Yermas Yantios. Jimat and the Yundi Mandang other to the Mongols that they want college of the Nancy Yantior. So which Yamlan Chan, the Dodos Lavalent Nas and we did some shake use. And Arang Jachim was shooting into the Martina and Domro, Dodonros, the Lamkanos to the Tazan. Shawat Jam use.
Mhm. So the reason I use this the book Foundation Prayer, because as you know, this is the condensed the all the Lamrim teachings, and my aim is that most of you do practice and study, and in future you can have some sort of like a handy kind of practice that you can carry and you can remember wherever you go. You can able to implement that practice in your life, uh, and also there are other many book that you can use. This has a foundation prayer as well as the practice and the chanting of the Chenresi Buddha compassion,
They've chosen
and
the use.
and uh, and in this mini book, it has the foundation prayers as well as the Chinesic prayers, and but myself, even though I try to explain much as I can about the foundation, which is the very great essence teachings of the Lamrim, I try my best, but as you know, my knowledge is limited, and I myself also I don't know much about this. But whatever I know, I try my best to explain you.
That so near what the studies Yamlan Chene, Yundi Yermandela, Gom Kachitavach, Chan Opachan Yidam the Tene, Yundi Yerman Yamlan Chitov, the Ravach, which
Mhm.
should be on the Shala, also you give men a kid and yours. 달라디.
So my hope is, keep the mini book with you, and as you chant the Buddha of Compassion, sadhana, and the foundation prayers, and I hope you to gain the kind of like realizations, and then eventually you could use the Buddha of Compassion as your yidam, the deities. Okay, any questions?
One question. In verse 6, it says, the root of the teachings is keeping the Patimoksha vows. And I understand that there are different levels of the Patimoksha vows. So there's the Shramanera or the classic vows or the Bhikkhu vows. But for those of us who are not bhikkhus, what level of actually vows should we be practicing?
이 연주되나? 왜원디?
남도 사바데 이런 거 던져줘.
디 코이디 한다디 전에 뭐 어디 정보 있는 시 수수 타러와요라. 수수 타러와다 한다디다 안주 디 돈바지라도 돈바 망부시.
근데 세월도 돈로디나 단단히 손이 막 랩규라 유진 랩규리나 등이 대시기나 저도 그런 저와 레베자 남덕 삼바티 이런 거 남덕 삼바세인데 가를 부르는 인중 삼바고 그러시다. 어차피 모든 것은 우리 돈이 좀 저르신 게 로스네 타와 돈이 길로 듣고 데 텔라니 담바동 시즌이 담바 데 선망 양도 타와 담비고니 텔라니 디숑트 시즌이 샤라지네 좀 당하로도 저당 소소 타와서데 돈바도 좀 먹고요. 아무도 또 좋은 거 전에 먹이 집은 것처럼 됐다 소르시. 소들기 돈바도. 다티 나는 게 틀게 동도 그런 마도 또 바르바 첨부 먹고요. 디나는 아무도 좋은 거 탐고 틈데 소소 타와 다 먹이 집은 것처럼 동안에 싸워 놨듯이. 그ኝ에는 또 싸워.
당고디 니중치 예
남덕 삼바세야 저라 남버 삼바세야 때 민중고 삼바
아니
민중고 삼바 gel라 키고니 다 domba 고송고 있어고 domba 고송줄 때라 소 먹이 집은 거 domba 송탄 버스
긴 타로 돈이실로 렘바
다와 돈이로 다 민중 삼바라
니중 네 yeah and actually this in future when we come I will explain more detail and but since you asked the questions about this so let me give you the quick kind of the talk about the renunciations and the renunciations will lead the wishing the free from that's by practicing the vows and vows that we can practice. I think especially this pradimoksha vow, it is the keeping the
또 성기가 송들라 송들 하와 쯤지 하와데 소 어느 거라도 링이 리 등하고 요데 소 송자 소시 버스 생각도 보면 리킹 온데 진행가 말세 나쁜 온데 말인가 말세 때 당자지 실록을 나와도 그랬어요. 송주죠.
And if we combine or view this whole teaching, one could view and categorize into three teachings of the Buddha teaching. Morality, and the second is the meditations, and third is the wisdom. And first, The morality is mostly talk about the body and the speech, the keeping one's mind kind of tame and maintain
다 셰럽지 나와서 늘리고 뭐
the natural reality.
Can you explain the difference between guru and spirit?
중에 수준디 자위 기긴라고라 라마스이다 딩이버리 주로스나 기위신이
체득당 니위시인라 잡으려지 아니 직당랑도 수 라마 자위 라마 텐차송나 라마 텐통나 라마 텐 텔레테니 아니 티카송 제득지고 마도 때당 야나 니와 전부 용을 써 버지 체득은 아주 딱고 지체득보다 아주 독단도는 저런 니엔당 전동일라 잡을 가는데 근데 체득세도 지지라 봐 도종 这里几年呢， 로제 인세데 때만 파쇼티를 뭐니 답답한 건 때, 생각이고는 상당히 강력한 고연도 파 따뜻하지 더 된다실라지네 아니 그 성과 먹보시기 어렸어요.
The guru, the differences between the guru and the spiritual friends. The guru as your guru or master, then the walk or whatever have to walk. You have to walk and listen whatever the instructor instruct you in any directions, and if you fail, then there's a has a big consequences and creating a big non-virtues. Where the spiritual friends is like the you can exchange the knowledge and discuss knowledge in order to improve yourself and other as well, and but in order to be a root guru or the master, there are certain things that need to be equipped. For example, the make sure the root guru have a great compassions and able to teach the great knowledge and so on and so forth.
근데 근데 왕로시에나
And also it's like a school, like in a school, what's differences between the teacher and the student. Of course, teacher is the one who have the great knowledge and so on and so
예
forth,
로봇도 왔다.
and the
스피치 그 아주 스스텐스 나타나.
yeah, and
옛날
the
오징이도.
students also among the students you kind of share knowledge each other, and they give great companion in your life to achieve their knowledge. So it's like an assistant. Your spiritual friends will be your assistant of the your practice.
일단 왕시에나 근데 왕시잖아 왕시자도 딱 어느 정도 남아서든다 마동네 때데 오마때데 엔조 칸다 때데 그게도 고 때데 그런 거 돌아가지고 때데 같이 거냐 때데 어느 그런 거다 라마지 인자데 유럽 약고 몽고질라고 왕 야단 게타만 남게지 그것도 잡독진이 가서 갈라서 왕 나왔어 왕 나와서 왕 나한테 왕 때라네 그런 지 그까지 전부 동네다 이 잡동 조제 왕들 니와 전부 쇼요를 진도 traditionally 미몽부 용진이 근데 잡동 딱 건데 무조하게 삼동에서 뜻진이 타마 미카시 그진이 딱고 왕신이 저와로 쇼점네 거야 진짜 저와 토요 말고 그때 조진지를 막 때라 남지 도도 때요 말고 때 마트바이자 때 양들이 오는 요다시는 게 그게 그까지 전부 동네 가이 말라 지라 마소는 요다시 되게 정말 쓰고 근데 이나다 레기로 말이다. 자원
Mhm. So the speaking of the guru and the students, I remember one occasions I heard the group people talking in the library. And
저 깨지셔.
all of them are the interpreter or the translator. So all the translator they are discussing, especially about the guru or the initiations. So they talk about the one time there was a lama or the master, and who going to give 108 initiations in Europe, and they
사자만으로 어떤 것이 연이 그것 것도 되지.
so in 108 initiations he going to give in the Europe, different places in Europe.
왕치브란다.
And but the same initiations, but he going to give 108 times in different part of the Europe. But he sold the ticket very expensive. The ticket was very expensive. So the Lama, his group or Lama aim was merely kind of like collecting the huge amount of money rather than like benefiting sentient beings. So they did it, and then at the end of the initiations, there was student came. They expecting before, like when they gain the initiation, they will get some sort of kind of solid things that you can feel it, you can express and you can carry. But actually, as you know, initiations we think is some kind of power we will gain and we can use right away, but it isn't. It is initiations just the process of permissions that you gain the you get the permission that you're allowed to do a practice. It's just a beginning. But that the student that the guy was expecting something more, and he approached the lama and he argued, the ticket was very expensive. I didn't get any things. Where's the initiations? And so I heard this. All the translator was discussing about this.
어때 저다치 남긴 경우는 나오는 좀 한도나 섬이 샴지 동답인 건데 지금 나가이나 다 그런 거 통고 상황 자동적으로 동도랑 원천 라마자들 도와들 년 년바동 자동원들로 근데 왕나가 그 돈도 참 하고 근데 지진이 낭 파쇼티 이게 때문에 엉행원이란 때 초천도 봐 낭지가 톱송이나 뭔가 등이 냠는 욕구 주지고 삼지니 다바당 타는 걸 끝내는 거지 이름 건던 건 왕시고나 텔라 때는 냠는 욕구 주기 있는 사람이 다바 찾던 상하나 근데 이차는 텐드 전모용소 텐드 중앙 요런이와 용화 요런 제말라리와는 칼리쇼게 담아들 자치되시라 선결서 나 가시기 때문에 그 배로 지금 제말라로 텐드 배롱네 가서 참아들잖아 뜻하는 용도 이거 말이지.
So when they give the initiations, if you going to get the initiations, make sure you thoroughly investigate that master is a fully qualified, and meaning that master make sure he or she have a great compassion toward the student or sentient beings. And not only that, that master received that authentic initiations, the knowledge or the practice from the previous lineage. And so you kind of like look the background, check the background, and track the lineage, and and make sure also that whoever giving initiation, make sure they also understand what they are doing. Not just performing and saying words, but understand the essence meaning of the process or the meaning of the initiations. So once you find this, you realize that the master equipped with this all knowledge and things, then you can go and you can rely and take the initiation, rely on him or her as a good teacher. And from the student side, also make sure you also equipped with uh, the pure motivations, uh, and make sure you yourself I will receive the initiations, and in order to put this into my practice, and that make sure that motivations driven by the pure motivations rather than negative motivations. So once you able to find through the investigations that you found the teacher and you yourself also ready. And then because of the great combinations of the master and the students, then you will see the result, a great result. So it will be what we call the fortunes interdependence, and the very fortune interdependence from the master side and from the student side. Otherwise, if one of them fail, then it will be very kind of risky risk. And for example, if you look the life of the Milarepa, if you read the history of Milarepa, you will know that how hardship he went through, and then eventually he able to attain the enlightenment in this lifetime, in one lifetime, because of he equipped all the necessary whatever needed, and also he he had the fortunes interdependence from the teacher and himself. And but we cannot say like, oh, Melariba did this, I can do that. So we cannot compare the Melariba.
말라리와 리총와 그 말라리와 담합콜라 당 사모스 나르치 쇼 말라리와 온동 담버스 온동 곰얀데 살라테 노논 샤다워스 진짜 그 당 사모고네 냐바 사모고나 난난데 칼리갸토 버리 더 담버스 아니
Richungara.
아
Richunga.
리총와
So when the Melariba was in when he was in the cave, and so there was a student came. His name was Reichung, and Reichung asked the Melariba, "Please give me the sacred teachings." And then instead of the agreeing to his request, Melariba showed his butt. He opened and he showed his butt, and so Melariva did a really hard work meditations in his life. His butt is like a red, like very red and very like a rock, very kind of like broken and
Callous.
yeah, maybe callous, yeah.
칼리틴데 게타나 저는 도와등이 단 토거든 세스
So Melariva said, if you can do like that kind of hardship work, then you can achieve the sacred teachings.
저는 세실리치가 상이게 세대 깔아 하고
So by knowing that, it's really hard to to achieve the enlightenments in this lifetime.
답보 능마들이 동성들이 오기들이 다 라마 춘춘들이 다들지 망쳐보지 왕능 그저 왕능 차선에 지만 라마들 장고 맡은데 배 주발로들이 미망도 다 지리적당의 샘망의 배 강한 망부체도 다 가동나들 거와 어떤 그 강한 망부 통한 것이 괜찮은 것 같아 예신이 자동다 맞대 같이 보겠어요.
And so these things are happening, especially in Tibet. So many things happening, and as a traditions, we consider the reincarnated Lama or the as a very important. So in Tibet, it's happening a lot, and I heard a lot because what they do when they found the reincarnations as a young boy, and they consider as a very important teacher and master, and then they ask for the initiation from this young monk. And of course, once they receive the initiations, that then that young monk wouldn't successfully finish his educations, and later he went to wrong path, and so on and so forth. And then it's very difficult for the follower, what they should do. Should I go after him, or nor I can against, because I already took the initiation when he was young. So that's why for me, I go Melore.
망가지 당네 다소 라마타디면 등 당시던 거 나로 라마타니 입장하고 등이 같이나 시골 범잡을
So that's why whenever I took the initiation, I really careful about that, And for myself, I have 25 lamas that I use them during my visualization practice, and all of them are perfect and guru that I use.
된 자손은 다고 만타고나 나름 리마트가 있었는데 다른 공부요지.
So once I rely took the initiations and then whatever the lama performed, even though it may be not relevant or not good in this world, and I always view him as a great kind of like the imaginations. So I kind of switch. It's not the lama, it's me. I cannot view.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
So you have 10 minutes if you have questions.
Is there another question? No, I don't know if I'll be, no.
He was pointing to you.
Oh, okay, okay. I have a question that it comes because I think that I may have been interpreting something wrong for many years, actually. Now seeing it a little bit differently today. It has to do with the second stanza. When you see this sentence, please bless you to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. There's some ambiguity in the meaning of the word its essence. And I wanted to cross-check with Geshe. One interpretation of the word it might mean the essence of the mind. So day and night, I'm seeking to attain the essence of the mind. Maybe there is an essence of the mind, and whatever that essence is, I'm trying to hold that day and night. One interpretation. The second interpretation has a little bit of a different flavor to it. It is in relation to holding your attention into the understanding that this life is so precious and has these wonderful 10 qualities and 8 leisures and 10 endowments, this kind of precious zeal about the fact that this rebirth is so special. And I'm holding that.
So your question is its essence. So what essence meaning here?
And there seems to be two, they could both be right. One could be more correct than the other one, or maybe it just depends. They could both be. But is it the holding the essence of the mind more so, or is it holding the essence of the realization, the attention on the zeal of this particular rebirth being so special?
The Ningbo来说, Ningbo len来, Ningbo dila ni di korangi koa len da ni situ ina, ngoma koa chikling yo da ne koa tanda gengi suna tanda koa ni len da yo ado do ina korangi nore me chik gena chik keje tigo samso. The Ningbo se di tanda dinala anda nyin chen chila do handa, nyin chen chik Ningbo len da chik che. di chikche niwa di da nyingpo le di anda nganzu da dawaji dan chu di chang mi lu mu sto ya on di da nyingpo la ko gyu na
nyangbo se de dang azu da arangzu dan leader dalwa gel tang jorwa chse de ni rangla tembi jorwa nga jela tembi jorwa nga sta ti na yo duwa ane sangji chikten de jela temba sangji chikten de shomba tabi chi songa songo te manyamba yoba te ne tongkan liushin sa ni dang anji tamba tamba ten jani sosula jorwa te rangla tembi jorwa nga ne tanda tanjo yongwe sikiwa 네 체도 년 투하게 고급 동담바다 나도 디나나 유튜브 또 자동 참여되어자 달달와 조로 달와 예세데 모콤바 젤리 트라로 모콤바 예츠나 내가 좀 뭐 이제 저다 미텔라 때문에 뭐 컴바즈 전 기텔라 좀 먹고 봐 이제 일로와 이동 어떤 루트를 치자고 그요 미텔라 게나 양주 또 선바 탕탕 메교로 등 암조 먹고 안로 등 아니 같이나 이 타고도 치라 되는 데와 메교 되는 게 자체게나 치시고 그요 말 단단 가랑도 또 자동 성내 진짜 그 말쇼 가 정말 돈도 정말 하고 근데 미치 창가 돈도 때 상무동 신근들 되게 미치 리튼다 요들 또 도바데 되게 30 마르시 동계 샤와시 통근 되지야 돼 아주 미튼디 용어들 단 용어들 랭고서 때 렘바이나 미 리튼데 때니 딱 결혼 개와시마 지금 리로등 삼위 공봉등 타와등 탐지 개별 공봉라 반로에 남카에는 들었더니 용트가 요래 시대때 같이 보이죠. 용 어떨때니 배출 로거등나 파케네는 베니로등 나송원에서 로하게 양가 요래 맨날 줄라 라트지고나 라트 공천부 요니 가르치는 맞다. 배출 갈등 거는 소소부 배 송집 제약 챘듯지나 영부 들어왔고 송주 제약 그런 무일로 들어와. 용부들 때 안에 거사 파고를 달라 지나라 저토고 사람들 정한테 저토고 들라잖아. 지바데 정말 다들 좀 밀린데 아니 샤와이 호진의 강진의 돈도 지터한테 그런 거. 지터하게 니와데 용부다. 배주 동부 용부. 때 배주 당당다 니마 동 천진의 배 배주 당 뜻을 거다. 동도 벌써 오지세요 뭐는데.
Yeah.
다들 좀 밀리는
Yeah. So this actually, it when you say it is essence, it's talk about the many things which included such as the eight free state or the 10 endowments. So 10 endowments, there's two kind of 10 endowments, five self endowments and the five endowments of others. So self endowments will be uh, uh, being a human, and second is being born in the Buddhist country, having complete sense faculties, and the being free from extreme actions, and the last is having faith in the Dharma. So this is the self endowments, and the endowments will be Buddha having appeared in this world. He's having taught the teaching, and the third is endurance of his teachings, and the fourth is there there being people following his teaching, and the fourth is having compassionate attitude, and last is toward others. So these are the 10 endowments, and the eight type of leisures or the free states, and so there's two kind of eight leisures. First is the first five are the being born in the center, meaning where the Buddhist uh, domain, and second is not born in the barbaric land. Third is not holding wrong view. Fourth is having complete sense faculties, and second fives are the not being a hell being, not being a hungry ghost, not being an animal, not being a long living gods. So these are the, if you are free uh, from these difficulties and have this opportunity, and so where we have a opportunity to experience and practice the Dharma. And for example, we able to practice, and not only that, we are able to express and verbally, know any problems, and also we have a sense that we have a intellectual mind that we can understand, and and also have a, complete faculties, and uh, uh, once we have this, so you use this essence to kind of practice in your life as much as we can, and even try to achieve the uh, the human realms, God realms, or even like further you want to ability liberate yourself. Otherwise, if we born uh, the opposite of the free state and opposite of the 10 endowments, such as born in the hell and born in the that you have a wrong view and barbaric and so on and so forth, then you don't have any opportunity to practice. For example, it's like this, like a knife. If you have a knife, that knife could take life other as well as yourself. But if you use this knife to kind of cut in the wood and the fruit and maybe dig the ground, then you can use this knife as a very useful way. Otherwise, it might, if a wrong way, you could take your life as well as life of others. So once you have this all the precious human life, such as having free state and ten endowment and so forth, and then you strive this precious human life and day and night, and or may I able to use this day and night kind of like praying yourself.
그지고 나들랑 줄라 비게로 근데 저정 줄라 하다나 저정 때라더니 양수 바로 때 노르 농라 렙 레바가 그런 니와 요레 저정 배치 당내로나 나 때나지는 아니 그런 걸 단주 김밀리 이런 거 들었더니 그런 코리 양소를 돈이 하루도 비니와 요레 비티게로
디 코로디가 루봉들라.
저정 때라더니 양수롱라 노르 레서 양수롱 랩탑 나오지 단주 김밀리 노르 저정 당시 바를 때 배치 요거 당탐나 주로 다 왔던 답시 남라 로트 그래
So the master Shantideva mentioned in his book the our body is like a boat, and if you have a boat, you can travel uh, beyond maybe oceans where you can reach the uh, island, or you can reach the island that's full of treasure, and you can collect them. And similarly, he example like our body is like a boat that you can travel over the oceans of samsara, that you can able to reach the great state of mind, or the state of liberations. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Geshe and Tempa, for the teaching.
I have a question.
그뒤 지워지었어요. 그거맹이지요. Yeah. Okay.
What is the difference between reincarnation and rebirth?
Reincarnation the 인지기 책랑으로 먼저 양시来的 근데 제와 연결된 제박하리 요랬어요.
책발이 당연히 양시세도 즉크세네 나 당아도 지금 라마도 양시다 아주 개와 근데 고마도 임진 개와인데 약고 임바들라 야 즉크세 보여 저기 그 양지 때 선선진데 배워라 인지 지고 저당 양시세데 연전 개와를 받들었어
I think both are same, whether reincarnations or rebirth. So we use I don't know, English will be same meaning, but Tibetan we say the Yangtze or the Jewa Lembao. So whatever we use, some are like a word, honorific words we use, but reincarnations is we use often for the the finding the master that came, is so there are two kind of being. Some are born without control, and some are being they born, or we could say reborn, or reincarnated as a control, meaning they have a control to where to born, if the sentient being needs it, and so on and so forth. But rest of us, like, we born without control, out of the negativities and the karma. So yeah, both are, I think, same incarnations and rebirth.
I thank you, Geshe and Tempa. An announcement, the monks will not be here the month of March, so we'll send out a calendar when things resume. So thank you for coming today. And if you would like to make a donation for the teaching for the monastery or the monks, you may do that by calling 812-336-6807 or by emailing the center at tmbcc.kcl@gmail.com. For those of you here in the temple, if you would like to make a donation, it would be greatly appreciated. And if you cannot do so, just a simple prayer or a mantra in the bowl is perfectly okay. All right, thank you.
So we're closing prayer on page number 80. Tenzin